We are following a breaking situation at a high school in Texas. Officials confirm a shooting at Santa Fe High outside Houston early this morning. The gunman has been arrested and is in custody, and there are multiple injuries. One student describing what she saw as the chaos unfolded.
I heard that my friend got shot in the art hall, and as soon as the alarms went off, everybody just started running outside, and next thing you know, everybody looks, and you hear boom, 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 and I just ran as fast as I could to the nearest forest so I could hide, and I called my mom.
It is no longer an active shooter incident, but we're told it is a multiple casualty incident. Students are being moved to a nearby school to be reunited with their parents.
We're only 20 weeks into 2018, and there have already been 22 school shootings where someone was hurt or killed. That averages out to more than one shooting a week. The parameters CNN followed in this count are: a shooting that involved at least one person being shot, not including the shooter; a shooting that occurred on school grounds. We included grades kindergarten through college and university level. We included gang violence, fights and domestic violence. We included accidental discharge of a firearm as long as the first two parameters are met. May 18th, Santa Fe, Texas. Someone opened fire at Santa Fe High School, resulting in multiple fatalities. May 11th, Palmdale, California. A 14-year-old boy went to Highland High, his former school, and began shooting a semi-automatic rifle shortly before classes were scheduled to begin, officials said. A 15-year-old boy was struck in the shoulder. April 20th, Ocala, Florida. A 17-year-old student at Forest High School was shot in the ankle shortly before students were to walk out as part of a national protest against gun violence. The suspect was a 19-year-old former student. April 12th, Raytown, Missouri. A man was shot in the stomach in the parking lot of Raytown South Middle School during a track meet. April 9th, Gloversville, New York. A student shot another student with a BB gun in Gloversville Middle School. March 20th, Lexington Park, Maryland. An armed student shot two others at Great Mills High School before a school resource officer fired a round at the shooter. The shooter was killed. One of the students, 16-year-old girl Jalen Willie, was taken off life support 2 days later. March 13th, Seaside, California. A teacher accidentally discharged a gun during a public safety class at Seaside High School, injuring a student. March 8th, Mobile, Alabama. One person was hospitalized after a shooting at an apartment building on the campus of the University of South Alabama. March 7th, Birmingham, Alabama. One student was killed and another critically wounded after an accidental shooting during dismissal time at Huffman High School. March 7th, Jackson, Mississippi. A student was shot inside a dormitory at Jackson State University. His injuries were not life-threatening. March 2nd, Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Two people were shot to death at a dormitory on the campus of Central Michigan University. The victims were not students and police think the incident stemmed from a domestic situation. February 27th, Norfolk, Virginia. A student at Norfolk State University was shot from an adjacent dorm room while he was doing homework. He was not seriously injured. February 27th, Itta-Bena, Mississippi. A person was shot in a rec center at Mississippi Valley State University. Police said the person was not a student and the injury was not life-threatening. February 24th, Savannah, Georgia. A person was shot on the campus of Savannah State University and taken to a nearby hospital where he later died. Neither the victim nor the shooter were university students, the college said. February 14th, Parkland, Florida. A 19-year-old man gunned down students and staff with a rifle at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, killing 17 students and adults. February 9th, Nashville, Tennessee. A high school student was shot 5 times in the parking lot of Pearl Cone High School. February 5th, Oxon Hill, Maryland. A high school student was shot in the parking lot of Oxon Hill High. The victim was treated and later released. Police arrested 2 teens and said they are acquaintances of the victim. February 1st, Los Angeles, California. A 15-year-old boy was shot in the head and a 15-year-old girl shot in the wrist at Sal Castro Middle School in Los Angeles, officials said. 2 other students were grazed by bullets. A 12-year-old girl was booked for negligent discharge of a firearm in that shooting, which was considered unintentional, Los Angeles police said. January 31st, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A fight led to a shooting in the parking lot of Lincoln High School, fatally wounding a 32-year-old man. January 23rd, Benton, Kentucky. A 15-year-old student shot 16 people, killing 2 other 15-year-olds at Marshall County High School. January 22nd, Italy, Texas. A 15-year-old student was wounded in a shooting at a high school in Italy, Texas, authorities said. The suspect, also 15, was quickly apprehended. January 20th, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. A Winston-Salem State University football player, Najee Ali Baker, was shot to death at a party on the campus of Wake Forest University.